How tough to go to Chicago to having to deal with this?
Oh man, yeah, this is it's terrible. You know, when I was leaving, it was starting to warm back up a little bit, but then they had some tornadoes last week in the area, and you know, the snow, and it's got a little bit colder. So happy to be back out here.
Last time we had you on the radio show, you said that your mindset going into workouts and everything else, and the mini camp and training camp was to prepare at center. Mike McCoy and Tom Telesco have pretty much said you are the center for their future. How does that change how you go about preparing for this season?
You know, it means a lot. You know, being the center puts you in a leadership role right away. So being able to, you know, be a leader in that offensive line room. You know, I know I'm a young guy, but starting to display those qualities. You know, the reason why they drafted me is to, you know, display those leadership qualities that I have. So being able to do that in this offseason is going to be important, and going into training camp. I wouldn't say it's natural. I would say from a vocal standpoint, but when you're in that center role, you have to be vocal. So it kind of it makes you and it challenges you each and every day to be more vocal, which is a good thing for me. It was a great thing for me last year, was continuing to learn to be vocal out there, and I think I got really good at the end of the season. Right
now, Philip Rivers is the quarterback of the San Diego Chargers. What is it like working with Philip Rivers day in and day out?
You know, he's an amazing leader. Just commands attention when he's in the huddle, and you know, a great guy off the field, competitive as hell, and just, you know, wants to win so badly, and which is awesome. I mean, it's a guy you want to win for.
You have some changes on your offensive line now. When you look to your left, what do you think you're going to see when you look to on the left side?
The biggest offense, biggest left side in the NFL, which is awesome. You know, 6'7", 6'9". It's pretty impressive, and we're going to move some people this year.
Was it working with a guy like DJ Fluker? How is the growth there?
It was great. I mean, coming in, you know, last year as a rookie, it was kind of great getting to learn just you know, our communication patterns amongst one another. And he's a guy that's really worked hard in the offseason. I think he's going to impress a lot of people when he comes back, what he's done, and you know, how he's worked. And looking forward to having him back and the rest of the offensive line back.
What's it like been back there? You've been at the facility. You've seen some new teammates. Are you starting to get a little bit excited and kind of get back into action?
Definitely. I mean, anytime you get around the facility, especially when you've been away for so long, it's nice to get around some of the guys, you know, the trainers, the coaches, and they love having us back too, because, you know, it's you know, when it's time to work again, that's what they all love to do, and that's what we love to do. So I'm happy to be back, and, you know, they're all happy to have us back.
How much are you paying attention to? I don't know, it's hard to avoid it, but how much are you paying attention to what's going on, the speculation regarding your quarterback and also the team's future here in San Diego?
Yeah, I mean, it's all. I mean, yeah, it's all over the media. It's hard not to pay attention to it, but at the same time, it's, you know, situations out of, you know, my hands, a lot of, you know, out of a lot of the players' hands. So, you know, I love the city. You know, the city's embraced me and embraced this team. You know, as from what I can, you know, tell being here so far, and you know, I'd love to stay here, and, you know, we'd love to be here.
How strange would it be to not have Philip Rivers commanding the huddle?
It would definitely be different. You know, a guy who's been around, you know, on this team this long and has been a leader on this team so long, it definitely would be different. But you know, I think, you know, they're going to do whatever they can to keep him, I hope. You know, he's a great leader,
Speaking of leaders, a couple of voids in that locker room now with Jarrett Johnson retiring. Of course, with Nick Hardwick being gone, who are the guys that you see stepping up? Now, you mentioned center by position as a leadership role, but who else do you see in that Chargers locker room?
Definitely, you know, King Dunlap. You know, he's a veteran guy coming back. You know, and last year he was a great leader as well, especially with losing some of those key leaders on the offensive line, like you know, Nick Hardwick and Jeremy Clary. You know, having a veteran guy like that who's played some good football in the last couple of years step up like the way he did, and, you know, the way he leads was great. Obviously, we have Antonio Gates back, who's another great leader, another great veteran for this team. Danny Woodhead on offense. So we have a lot of great leaders, I think, coming back on offense, and a lot of guys who I think are emerging to some good leadership roles.
I'll ask you about a guy then, a former teammate of yours in Notre Dame, in Manti Te'o. Is he that type of guy, you think?
Definitely, yeah, on the defensive side of the ball. You know, especially, you know, last year coming into that second-year role, you know, he was a great leader at Notre Dame. You know, one of the best I've been around. You know, just a guy that you know, goes out and works hard every day. You know that he's gonna, you know, put it all out there on the field, and you know, he does a great job, you know, leadership-wise, you know, vocally. I mean, he was a guy last year that gave a great speech before the San Francisco game. You know, I think you know, Mike McCoy, he alluded to that in one of the interviews. Yeah, just did an unbelievable job. I think last year, especially coming back from injury and all those little things that he had to overcome.
Who's the funniest guy in the locker room? Who's the guy that keeps it loose?
Funniest guy in the locker room. gonna have to go with DJ Fluker.
Really?
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He can be funny. Sometimes he doesn't mean to be, but he can be.
What's your goal for the season?
No sacks. I would like to have no sacks from my position. That just means that Phil's protected. He's not getting hit, it's if we can't get him hit, we're gonna score more touchdowns. So.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah, thank you.